You see this? We want this. We love this. We need this. But this, yeah, we don't need this.
I haven't shaved since I was 17.
Get into random houses, let's go.
James? Come to the front door right now, please.
James? What does he know with the study group?
I got kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was a study group. I actually thought.
Social media most definitely has its advantages and disadvantages. However, there's a huge cause for concern. Society seems to be heading in a downward spiral, and very fast too.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
These seem to lead back to internet apps like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and the worst of the lot, TikTok. Which is ironic, it being called TikTok, meaning time is flying past so quickly, while people are wasting their precious time on such an app. Now, in one of the previous videos I did, which was about mainstream media, I mentioned the mainstream media targeted the grown-ups and elderly, but you see, social media, it targets the youth, which is a lot worse because youth are our future of tomorrow. They're literally our future. If you can program the youth, you can program an entire generation, which would literally change the world for the better or worse. Now let me start by mentioning the advantages of social media before we dissect disadvantages, which will be our primary focus in this video because of how bad things have gotten of recent. Social media connects us to the people around the world, which is something planet Earth has never seen before. Or has it? Okay, moving on. Social media laid the foundations of the modern era. The ability to meet individuals who later become loved ones, communicating with family in far away land. I mean, we literally talk to our family members like they're right in front of us via video call. Isn't that beautiful? There are more advantages to social media, but the disadvantages seem to overshadow most of them. I'll be talking about one particular advantage that can potentially liberate humanity, so watch out for it. Watch this video to the end and stay tuned in. Now, the disadvantages. Where do we begin? Number one, the comparison of others. Comparison is the thief of joy, as we all know. We're all built different, and that is why there's no point comparing each other. We're unique entities, and constant comparison will only create depression, anxiety, stress, envy, and jealousy, and all these are low vibrational. Speaking of depression and anxiety, both rates have skyrocketed over the years rapidly, causing a lot of concern. And even though it's not just the youth affected by it, they seem to be the most targeted. Constant comparison with others, thinking you're not good enough due to seeing so many people on social media doing exceptionally well, not knowing those individuals might be living a false life narrative entirely. And this leads to the second disadvantage of social media, and that is the fakery of it. With the internet flooded with filters, Photoshop, body enhancement, fake money, borrowed assets, manipulation tactics in general, it is hard not to feel lesser than what you are. Assuming you made your first £100,000 from your business, which is amazing by all standards, then you go on Instagram and you see a rapper, for example, who just bought his girlfriend a car of £100,000. Now, depending on how much self-control and self-content you have within you, results may differ. But a lot of people would be affected by this, and the celebration might be short-lived, even though that car the rapper bought his girlfriend might be non-existent. And things will only get worse with this deep fake culture. I suggest you research into deep fake if you have no clue what I'm talking about, because it's insane.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real?
But that isn't what bothers me the most about social media. It's the design. Ever gone on Instagram or Facebook? trying to find out or looking for something in particular, then boom, you're hit with a barrage of either messages, information, or toxic thirst traps. Then all of a sudden you forget what you want the app to look for. Trap 2, infinite scrolling. It is no news in today's day and age that social media was created to be addictive. On a typical social media app, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, every time you scroll through, you scroll with the idea of stopping at any time. But you soon realize you can't. You just can't bring yourself to halt. Well, that is because the app design, is created a certain way. Especially TikTok. TikTok is created to keep us on there as long as possible. The information is infinite, so addictive. And you see a video you like, then your phone just glitches, blinks, and the app crashes. So in frustration, you run back to the app only to find out that the video you're watching is lost and gone forever. Possibly. Most likely. It creates this frustration in your cerebrum, making you dissatisfied and constantly thinking about the video you just tried to watch that just disappeared all of a sudden. Trap 3, FOMO, the fear of missing out. You go on holidays and you want your friends and your close relatives to see you having fun and living your best life. You get a new job or a new car, you want your online friends to celebrate with you, or at least give you those dopamine releasing likes and comments. You feel as if you're not part of this world when you're not online. Well, that is because they want you to feel that way. Who? The controllers. The controllers have managed to get majority of society on these apps, so that you not being on it will most definitely alter your communication with a lot of people. But guess what? At least you still have the real world. And the people in the real world are a lot more authentic than those in the fake world of social media. Trap number 4. Security. Our elderly, our parents, our grown-ups, their relationship with social media. Whoops, not social media. With the mainstream media. I mean, they kind of use social media these days and they're scrolling, like they've never seen. Like this piece of brand new technology they've never seen and they never thought they would ever see in their lifetime, This is something that a lot of their friends never got to see, so they're so hooked on it. Social media is how the youth stay aware of what is going on in society, which makes it extremely easy for the youth to be manipulated in today's day and age. Now, this next problem I'm about to mention has directly affected me. So, it's pulling on my heartstrings a little bit, and that is toxic gym culture. Social media has gotten to the stage where people troll, clown, and also paint a false narrative about an individual, all for likes, attention, and to make a living off social media. I am sure a lot of you have seen the videos circulating around of not only, but mostly women, whatever that means nowadays, if you know what I mean. But yeah, of mostly women trying to make it seem like the creepy incels or creepy pervy men in the gym are just staring at their butt cheeks all night long, all day long, throughout the entire gym session, just to create likes and to create a buzz, for their TikTok profiles. I'm sure you have come across some of these videos. Now, this subject in particular makes me sick to my stomach because I, for example, a regular gym goer, have seen these things go down in life, in person, and it's just as cringe-worthy as it looks on tape.
I hate this. I hate when there's videos. It makes me so uncomfortable. Feral, like fucking feral. Swatch. The 5 adds £5. And these are the rates. Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay. No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
And when I stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
Okay, I thought so.
Are you okay?
Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym, I work here. Yes. And
That
if you're
means
getting
what?
rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, you can take your stuff and head up front.
The anxiety in gyms nowadays is skyrocketing. Men are now too scared to make eye contact with women in the gym. So I would like to give a big shout out to the likes of Joey Swole for bringing these issues to light.
You titled this video that people don't respect content creators. And you say in the caption how people can be so inconsiderate. Why? Because this man walks through your video while you're jumping rope? I'm sorry, where exactly do you want him to walk? There's 2 rowing machines behind you for cardio, a stretch area where there's a man stretching. He literally has no other place to go. Or let me guess. You think he should wait till you're done jumping rope to walk by. You think that everybody else should stop their workout just for you because you're filming. No, you don't own the gym. But hey, if you want to film somewhere where you can do as you please and no one's going to walk through your video, build a home gym, train there. Until then, you need to do better. Mind your own business.
Keep up the good work. Next up, cyberbullying and trolls. Firstly, anybody who creates a false narrative to throw you under the bus just to get their profile buzzing and elevating is a bully and a lowlife. But let's dive in deeper into online bullying. It hasn't been 10 years since the trolling culture began. I believe it started in the days of Vine. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. The damage it has done to society is unprecedented. Never before have humanity been able to talk so much shit without worrying about being punched in the face. And that made a lot of people comfortable bullying, trolling, hurling insults at people they thought deserve it, or in a worse scenario, people who they're trying to get to by all means necessary. And due to these incel individuals, a lot of entities have taken their lives.
Human nature, we'd like to focus on the negatives, so sometimes we'd go looking for it, or I would go looking for it, and comment after comment. I mean, commenting on the way you look, the way you talk. They would come up with an opinion on who you were based on 45 minutes of a TV show, you know, where you'd probably be in about 5 or 10 minutes of that TV show, put down from, 24 hours. It was very hard to deal with because you take it as you're being judged on you as a person, but they don't know you. But it can really, really get into your mind and really, really begin to affect you. The harsh reality is that it can end up with that victim taking their own life, as we've seen.
There's something else that scares the living daylight out of me when it comes to social media, and that is the metaverse.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
If the controllers succeed in creating the metaverse, attracting a lot of the youth to it based on false promises, like they always do, it will be very devastating for humanity in the long run. They're creating a world inside a world. It's almost like eating a chocolate bar with a wrapper on. Oh my god, what kind of example was that? I mean, let me know in the comment section if that was a crap example. I don't know. The metaverse is exactly what the controllers need to complete and utterly distract the youth, amongst others, from existing in the real world. That way, they can finish the work they started, while the masses are distracted by a fake reality. Just think of how many of the youth don't come out of their room because of the video game. I was one of those kids. I spent my entire teen years playing FIFA, breaking TV screens in frustration, and living in a fake reality, until my mother told me, "No more, or I beat you." It was for real. Well, I never listened regardless, so I got beat. Not really, I didn't get beat that much, only a few times. I simply grew out of it eventually and realized I was wasting my lifetime away. Those kids who don't step out at the moment, who spend all day playing video games, it's gonna get worse, way worse. Because the metaverse is a completely new design, which we've never seen the like of it before. Completely unprecedented. I mean, there'll be social media apps on there. You can interact with online friends. You can have your online girlfriend, your family. It is basically an alternative to the real world. And that is what makes it extremely dangerous. Wake up, people. It is not the real world. It is completely fake. Fake. F-A-K-E. It is simply a distraction, a new tactic the elites want to use to lead the masses, especially the youth, astray. So look out for it, okay? Now what's my next cause for concern? Our future of tomorrow. Looking at the future of humanity, would you say there's a lot of hope? Just because it doesn't look like it though, doesn't mean that is the case. There are a lot of youths who aren't on social media, who dedicate their lives to breaking the stigma of what the controllers have in store for us. They have been raised and nurtured by parents, or should I say, awakened parents, who see through the Maya and the agenda and are keeping the kids on their toes. There is a lot of them all around the world, and although there isn't too many of them in the Western world, they most definitely exist. Now back to the advantages of social media. In my opinion, this is just my opinion by the way, it can be used to spread awareness, share knowledge, and information amongst our peers and fellow humans. It can be used to unite people all across the world for a better cause, using the knowledge social media provides to liberate humanity as a whole. After all, these are the same platform I'm currently using to spread the word, and share my knowledge with humanity. So I guess social media isn't all doom and gloom. There are some positives to it, but with that being said, beware of the negatives also. In conclusion, social media most definitely has its advantages and disadvantages, but the paradigm seems to be bending towards negativity rather than positivity. I wonder why. It's because of the controllers. Yes. Controllers, okay? And this is due to the human race constantly being manipulated by the same people who gave us these apps, knowing what they had in store for us. With that being said, please try to be in control of how you use social media. That is, if you use it at all. I would say stay away from it completely, but there's some advantages to it. We're currently in the Aquarius period, which is the age of information. And information, although heavily censored, is flowing out more than ever, and social media can be used to tap into it. But once you have what you're searching for, please remember to log right off and focus on the real deal of life, and that is nature. You might have to snap out of social media sometime. Anyways, if this information resonates with you, please click on the subscribe button, like, share, comment on the video, and let's push this information out there. Thank you, and one love.